watched a lot today. In my robe. She is the best. I love House and Habit if y'all aren't following her. She's just so good. She has the most beautiful Instagram. She does a lot of music and stuff. Anyway.
Hello, Linda Wynn.
Hello.
Hello, Adri. Hey, Jamie. How's it going, my man? Hello, ALP_179, Adrienne. ACNC12. Hello, Julie's Overalls. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer. What am I? Chopped liver. Hello, Rachel Boren.
Hey.
Hello, Leah. Hello, Tiffany Tippin. Hello, Chris. I like that. Chris. Hello, Krista. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Taylor, my man with the Taylor, my man, I learned makes fishing lures.
Oh, that's nice.
He has a side gig and he's going to send me and Dilly some fishing lures.
Oh, that's real. I was about to say.
My man. He's up in Minnesota. Hello, Hannah Herb, beautiful people. Hello, Angeli Boone. Hello, Megan. Hello, El Prena.
I am sweet and clean tonight.
Hello.
Squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean.
Like freshly. I'm like shiny clean.
Yes, I am too. I just showered as well. Did we shower together? No, but that's okay. Hello, Jennifer Shashevsky. Hello, Casey Craig. Hello, Steph Matt. Hello, Jakob. Catherine, we did not. We were at the Kid Craddock Morning Show, nationally syndicated, the studio, because we interviewed the Duties. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Hello, Christy Bazemore. Hello, Haven.
Happy belated birthday, Haven.
Oh, was it Haven's birthday?
It was on
Happy
Saturday.
Birthday, yeah, good call, Taylor. We want to catch fish, not run fish off. You might make them in Vikings purple. Don't make it in cowboy silver and blue, though. That's for sure. That'll keep the fish away. Only if my man Troy came back would we win another championship. It's the only way. I'm having a hard time seeing you guys today.
Are those real glasses or fake?
No, these are.
I wear blue blockers.
Oh, I thought you meant I was doing an Al Mac. No, these are my cheaters, but I'm having a hard time here. All right. We have a small but loyal group that is filing into the auditorium on an off night, on an odd night. An off night. Tuesday. Hello, Michael Melkos.
Because we're going to be not here tomorrow night.
We're going to talk about all that, right?
We can.
What about Al's thing? Can we talk about that? I mean, or we better not mention that. People want to show up.
After the fact, maybe.
Okay. Hello, Terry Mead. Hello, Chris Yvonne Okoa. Hello, Sin Galvan. Did you text Sin? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, Mel. Hey, way to go, Colin. Colin hit a home run over the fence.
Wow.
The slugger.
Isn't Colin the same age as Emma Kellie? 15?
I think so. But he went yard.
Wow. That's big.
He went yard. Hello, David Abear. He's 11.
11? Why did I think he was Emma Kellie's age? To be 11 and hit over the fence, that's an even bigger deal.
Big, strong guy. Big, strong guy.
All right.
I got you. So are we ready?
Why don't you just pour your drink in there to justify holding it?
My drink is in here.
You just drank from a Pepsi can.
I know, but I have some liquid in here.
Thank you, Amy Wilkerson.
All right.
Let's let that be the end of that for today. That would be Amy Wilkerson's gift.
Like
Alan.
like Julie's overall said one time, it doesn't have to be lewd. It doesn't have to be vulgar.
And yet it is. What?
Look at this.
This is your desk now. I have completely moved out of here.
What a freaking mess. I wonder if I can lose the power
I have
cable.
completely moved out of here.
Yeah, we got 76. I can lose the power cable. This is absolutely whipping me. Let's get this out of here. Oh, thank you. That just really, thank you, Haven. Yes, I like my mug too. All right, ready?
Yep.
Sound check.
Testing 1, 2. Testing.
I didn't have one prepared tonight.
Just hold up your mug again. Fake drinking.
It's good. Good coffee. Huge Jazz. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Huge Jazz. Please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Thank y'all so much for being with us tonight. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, or thank you for being with us today, depending on what time you're listening. This is my husband and podcast podna, Alan Evans.
Hey, Trey! In the house.
And we're back, just the two of us again, after having lovely guests in
Give
the
me some.
studio.
Give me
What?
some. Just the two of us.
How did I know where you were going with that?
You can make it if we can make it if we try. Don't leave me hanging. You
Just
and
the
I.
two
Oh,
of us.
just
We
the
should have
two of us.
practiced.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna
Building our castles
in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
All right. That was a little impromptu.
You know, Will Smith did a kind of a remake of that. He was talking about he and his son.
Oh.
I think.
Was it his first son, not Jaden?
I'm not sure.
I think Trey is his first son, I believe.
I may have this part wrong, but it might have been on the Space Jam soundtrack.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I did enjoy Will Smith's singing career back in the day. I think his Summertime song, I really like that. You know that one?
Yeah.
Summertime.
Summertime.
I really enjoy that one. And that one about going to break it down.
Get jiggy with it?
Yeah, is that jiggy with it? Going to Miami.
No, let's say going back to Cali. That's LL.
Something. Oh, well.
I'm going to Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah.
Bonito, Miami.
Yeah, that's
That's
Miami.
Yeah, going to. Obviously, we did not prepare this, but Alan has promised he's got a lot of stuff prepared for today's podcast. I hope that wasn't part of it.
Like many wait staff have told Kellie Rasberry Evans and I got you.
When we hear those three words, it strikes fear in the core of our beings. It gives us coochie quivers, which, by the way,
hey, come on.
By the way, listen
Please,
to me. I had a nurse validate me on that. Validate me. She says she's an ER nurse and she still gets the coochie quivers sometimes. But I said, obviously, this is a phenomenon and it needs a label, but I don't know what it is. But she validated me on that.
Well, it's when
you see something that just makes you.
I understand, but it's the
wince.
same thing that everybody gets, like when their sphincter puckers up.
But it's different. This is in the front, not in the back. I'm telling you, it's real. Anyway, I hope you have more than that today. What have you got, honey?
We have a fun podcast because last podcast we were in studio at the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Yep.
Nationally syndicated.
Yes.
And we were talking to Doctors Duty.
Dr. Kevin and Dr. Kathy Duty.
So hopefully you
married and in business together, making babies.
Yep.
Making baby dreams come true.
You know what? I'm going to help them make a baby.
We're going to do our best.
Yes.
But you don't have a lot of time to get in on this.
No, you don't have a lot of time to get on this because if you want to make a baby and you need a free, effortless IVF treatment, enter our contest. And you do that by going to kellyandalan.com/maybebaby. And the deadline to enter is April the 26th at 5 p.m.
Central.
Tell us your infertility story in 100 words or less.
If you can.
We will read all stories. We will whittle it down with the duty's assistants because they know all the medical stuff.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, there has to be some certain criteria that needs to be met, and they
Right.
look for that. But then just get that in by 5 p.m. on April the 26th, and we will announce the winner on the April 28th podcast.
Yep.
So get on that, share the news, because I know it is an expensive procedure, and a lot of people, they save and they go through one cycle and it's not effective, and it's like, man, we got to start over again from scratch. So, you know, like I said in the last podcast, I was very, very fortunate. My first cycle worked, and I got in Kellie. Y'all know that story. They implanted 2 embryos, and one of them took, the other one split. And that meant I would have had 3 babies.
Get out of here.
I would have had identical twins, because one egg splitting makes identical twins. And then in McKellie, but that egg that split never developed a heartbeat. And anyway, so I have in McKellie, and I'm just blessed to have that. I ideally would have wanted twins, you know, just to have my 2, because I've always wanted more than one biological child. But I got my bonus kids when I married you.
You did.
So it all worked out.
Boy, I can imagine having 6.
Well, 5.
Well, Emma Kelly and 2 others, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I wanted 5.
Yeah.
I wanted 2. Never mind. Don't listen to
you.
me.
You is a college graduate.
Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to her. Okay, so baby, we had a great discussion with the duties. I had to keep it pretty straight.
Go back and listen to the previous podcast if you.
There was a lot of
detail.
medical terminology that I just wanted to tell the doctors to change your voice, but they talk like that all the time.
Right, because they know we're grown adults and we can have serious conversations when it comes to fertility.
Except when Dr. Duty told me he'd get me a cup, because I told him how do you I can't even remember. What did I say?
I don't remember.
I want to be a sperm. I want to be a sperm donor. And he said, I'll get you a cup.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. On my desk here, you know who's been a big player on the podcast lately?
Who?
A big player, and it gets meant. I think she's now a presidential customer.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Wilkerson sent you a birthday gift.
Yes, a big package full of wonderful things.
What was it?
Oh gosh, you put me on the spot. She sent me a $20 TJ Maxx gift card.
The TJ Maxx.
Sent me some hand cream, a wine glass. She sent me a funny Donald Trump card where he's wishing me happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kellie.
Things like that. It was very sweet. A bookmark, a book on how not to be a little old lady, a bunch of stuff like that.
So very nice gifts. She's very thoughtful. She sent us that package for Easter that we opened on the podcast.
Yeah, she likes to send gag gifts too.
Yeah. Well, she included a gift for me. I'm not sure why. I think she thinks I have gentle feelings, and if I don't get something on your birthday, I'll feel slighted.
It's your ego. That's what it is.
Okay. So she sent me a mug that I'm drinking out of right now. It says, "I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look."
Yeah.
That's great. I can't put this in our coffee cupboard.
Well, first of all, there's no room.
Yeah, good call.
We have 5 million coffee cups, and Alan refuses to get rid of any of them. They all mean something, right?
Yeah. Well, I have all the, as we've gone into before, I think I've mentioned on the podcast, I used to collect the
Starbucks.
The Starbucks mugs you get in every city, but they're the series before the ones that are in the stores now.
Yeah.
And they discontinued them. So
are they collector's items?
I don't know. I don't know if they are or not, but I have a bunch of them because I used to travel a lot for business.
Maybe we can put them in like a safe storage spot.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm totally fine with
space.
that. I'm totally fine.
Like my second set of china, because when we got married, Alan insisted that his plates were better than my plates and his silverware was better than my silverware. And I'm like, I'm not getting rid of it. So it's all in storage, because you ladies know how Corelle lasts a lifetime, and I'm not getting rid of it. And when the last one of his Martha Stewart plates, her Macy's collection bites the dust, I got a backup set.
You know what Corelle reminds me of?
My mama growing up.
Well, okay.
That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
Every woman, every mother worth her salt, is that right, had Corelle.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm sure it was very lovely in the 70s.
It's plain. It's just plain, but it works.
It reminds me of like when you go to an antique shop or you go to like a Tuesday morning.
Yes.
And you're screwing around in the kitchen section and you see these just random plates and they're just white and they're
plain white.
And they're real small and they're real thin.
They don't break. They're almost, you can break them, but you have to really try hard to break them.
What was wrong with the Martha Stewart collection?
They're chipping. They're chipping.
They are.
Yeah. And one day you're going to say, I'm done with these. I'm like, break out the Corel.
But give me props on my silverware. My silverware was tight.
I like my silverware.
Oh, your silverware was.
But you had a vote on.
Oh, it had the gold trim or something. Yeah.
It's silver and gold. So it goes with all decors.
Okay. Well. Okay, so that's maybe baby. That's Corel talk. Why don't you
Was that on the agenda?
You do that, and then we need to make some corrections that were issued on the last podcast.
Oh no, I hate that.
Yep.
Okay, we'll get to that. I have a question for everyone listening to the podcast right now. How did you sleep last night? Did you know 1 out of 3 Americans report being sleep deprived? And your sheets could be the problem. The wrong sheets can trap body heat. Leaves you boiling 1 minute, freezing the next. And if you're going through menopause, heaven help you, because it's even worse. But the solution I found was Cozy Earth sheets. These are the softest, most luxurious, best temperature regulating sheets on the planet. I felt the difference the moment I touched them straight out of the package when they were delivered. I could not wait to feel them all over my entire body, so I got them washed and on the bed as quickly as I could. Cozy Earth sheets are made from super soft viscose. I found out that's how you pronounce it. Viscose from bamboo.
Oh, I thought it was viscose.
I know, but they said it's viscose.
Viscose.
It's from bamboo, and they breathe, so you sleep at the perfect temperature year round. Cozy Earth sheets not only have thousands of 5-star reviews, including mine. Oprah put them on her favorite things list 4 years in a row. Cozy Earth offers a 100-night sleep trial. You've got up to 100 nights to sleep on them, wash them, try them out. If you're not completely in love, send them back and you'll get a full refund. And they also come with a 10-year warranty.
And for a limited time, save 35%
Wow.
on Cozy Earth bedding. Go to cozyearth.com/sandwich and enter our promo special code SANDWICH at checkout to save 35% right now. That's cozyearth.com/sandwich, and be sure to enter sandwich at checkout for 35% off.
Thank you, Cozy Earth.
We love Cozy Earth. Easter. We didn't get to talk about Easter at all.
Well, we had the duties on. We had more important things to get to.
I understand, but I'm sure the good, sweet, dear, clean, good, strong listener wants to know about Easter. What do we do?
Well, that's the day that Jesus rose from the dead. And because of him, our sins can be forgiven if we ask.
Okay.
And we can spend eternity in heaven.
Oh, I thought.
Thank you, Jesus.
I thought
he is risen. He is risen indeed.
He is risen indeed. I thought you were patronizing me, but you were doing a little lesson.
Yes.
Okay.
So we, it's. I'll be honest. I have not had my butt in a pew in far too long. COVID became a very convenient excuse. The church we were members of, the pastor left, and the new pastor we just were not jobbing with. And, we started going to another church and then COVID and blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you who is really wanting to go to church, and it's really like impressing my heart, is my daughter, Kellie. She's 15. There was a point when I was growing up in South Carolina, as a teenager, I was the only one in the family that wanted to go to church. Everybody goes, you ebb and flow with your attendance and your faithfulness. And at one point, Kellie was me. I was that person. Anyway, so she really wanted to go on Easter Sunday. And I was like, absolutely. So, getting all the kids in an outfit that's decent to wear, that's hurdle number 1, because our boys do not like dressing up. And I know this is not unusual to anyone that has teenage boys, but they despise it. I don't know that these boys have ever owned a pair of jeans.
It's itchy.
They don't wear jeans. So I can't even do like dress jeans for them. I thought a very nice pair of black jeans, maybe. No. They don't like collars, buttons, sleeves. They don't like any of it. So that was a little hurdle to overcome, but we got them taken care of.
But they look so handsome.
They look handsome no matter what.
And Emma Kellie looked very pretty when everybody gets all dressed up and does their hair, and everybody looks so.
Emma Kellie, we got
so
her
nice.
we got her a new Easter dress.
Mm-hmm.
I wore an oldie but goodie. I'm trying to get back into my wardrobe, and I'm like, I am not going to go out and buy something new. I just wore something I had, as did you. You didn't buy anything new.
No, I just wore I actually put a collar on. I was like, wow, I'm putting a collar on. This is a big deal.
So the Easter baskets were all delivered Sunday morning. some of the Easter bunnies selections were more appreciated than others.
Mhm.
I think some were maybe a little disappointed by what was in their Easter basket.
Like the what? Like the lacrosse thing?
Well, sometimes you're scrambling for what
Where'd
to
you get that? CVS?
Walmart.
Oh,
So it's like it's a pool toy
it's made in
where
China.
you can throw the lacrosse
Mhm.
ball, in the pool.
Ball.
And then Dylan loves fishing. Well, the Easter Bunny doesn't know a lot about fishing. So the Easter Bunny bought some bait or something.
I thought the Easter Bunny did pretty good on the fishing stuff. He didn't like it?
He wasn't, as he was going through it, he wasn't as impressed.
Really?
Maybe it wasn't the right kind of bait, but the Easter Bunny tried his or her best. And I was, but I think everything else was a hit. The big thing we did was, now we were going over to Alan's sister's Amanda's for a my parents invited us over first for Easter lunch, but my brother has service in far away from where we live, so we weren't going to eat about 2 or 2:30. And then right after that, Amanda invited us over at noon. I was like, okay, so we can go to a little pre-nibble and then eat lunch. And then we were going to do a big Easter egg hunt for all the kids. So I stuffed about how many eggs? It was a lot of eggs.
Boy, I couldn't even guess.
5 kids.
It was, I don't know, more than
Way
50,
way more.
maybe 100. I don't know. It was a lot.
It was a lot. But what I do to make it interesting for the older kids, but the young kids like it too, is I put cash in some of those eggs. And the night before the Easter egg hunt, Dylan's like, how much cash are we talking? Our 9-year-old. And I was like, well, there's some $1 bills, but there's one egg with a $10 bill. And he's like, 10? He was not impressed.
Mhm.
So I had to go sneak a 20 in there.
Which Dylan got, right?
Dylan ended up finding
Yeah,
the
Dylan found
egg.
the 20. I think Cole found the 10, and Emma Kellie found
she found
couple
some
of
ones.
dollars.
And Beatrice, she found the eggs. I just went through my wallet. Well, they know I did the eggs. That she was like, oh, I found coins. And because I found some quarters and stuff I put in one. But they had a lot of fun.
They did. And I don't know if you noticed or you heard, but me and my sister were laughing at Dylan because he was in rare form.
He was being vicious with the Easter egg hunt.
Well, he was being vicious with the Easter egg hunt.
He snatched one out of Emma Kellie's hand.
But did he really?
And ran, yes.
He was being a little TERD because he...
TERD.
T-E or T-U. What's your preferred spelling?
It's T-U.
I thought it was T-E. Turd.
It's T-U.
Oh, turd. Is it turd or turd?
Turd.
Well,
I don't use the word a lot.
Well, he was being a little turd. So Dylan, my sister claims that she saw him and I don't know what the context was or why he did this or anything. She claims she saw him do the pinky bird.
Oh.
Yes. On Easter.
Because they still intend it to mean the same thing, but they don't think they can get in trouble because it's not the middle one.
And she said
Who did he do it to?
I don't know, but maybe to my sister, because she said he held it up face high with a determined look on his, the look you do when you really do the bird?
Was he trying to be like rock and roll, maybe?
I don't know.
Because Dylan was possessed by something
I know.
Easter Sunday.
So that was one thing he did. Then he was running around doing this really strange reptilian face with the tongue flick.
He would suck in his cheeks.
Yeah.
And do like some weird thing. Yeah. And then he'd start flicking his tongue at you.
And his eyes looked evil when he was doing it.
Was odd.
That was weird.
Was it a sugar high, maybe?
Maybe. And then, of course, my dad and, my nieces and my mom, and we're all there kind of sitting around the table nibbling on the charcuterie. So, of course, Dylan makes a cut the cheese joke.
Well,
on Easter.
9.
Who's going to cut the cheese, Daddy? It's like, dude.
Well, I think he was influenced by your father. Let's be honest. Your dad loves a good cut the cheese joke.
True that.
Okay.
As do I.
Yeah. But then we went over from the buffoonery at noon to the very serious. It was good. We had Easter dinner at my mom's house, my mom and dad, and it was so good. And I told those boys, I said, don't eat a lot at Aunt Amanda's. And they get there, oh, we won't. Because I made my mama's homemade macaroni and cheese, which is always a huge hit. My mother made this 3-bean salad, which was to die for. There were deviled eggs, broccoli casserole, ham. She had spiral cut and covered in barbecue sauce. She had 2 different hams. It was so good. And you could barely eat. You were so full.
Oh, we were bloated after that. But yeah, Easter, I thought Easter was a lot of fun.
It was very nice.
It was great. We got a great picture, which we never get one of all of us, where we're all dressed up. And that was nice to have. Yeah. That might be our Christmas card. Well, it has been before.
If I drop a few pounds between now and Christmas, I'd like a redo. But Emma Kellie is very, she loved the service. We went, if anybody's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you're familiar with Prestonwood Baptist Church. We used to go there years and years and years ago. And then we went to a smaller church because my parents wanted a smaller church vibe. But the music at Prestonwood, just every time I go, I have tears. It's just so beautiful. I can't help it. I weep. And it's just a huge production. And they had dancers and singers, and it was just beautiful. And of course, Jack Graham, he's always great. But I think we're going to go back this Sunday if Emma Kellie doesn't go off with her dad this weekend. We'll see.
Okay. The thing that I needed to correct, and remember, if you remember the last podcast.
With the duties or prior to that?
The podcast prior to the duties. Okay. Sorry. The podcast prior to the duties. I said we're going to have a event at Oaked Barbecue in June.
Yes.
And I said, don't get the Sharpie out. I said, pencil this in.
That's why you don't announce.
There's a reason I said
a Sharpie.
Pencil it in and don't Sharpie this in. Now, good, strong listener, I'm telling you to Sharpie this in. We're going to have
erase the last one.
We're going to have our listener appreciation event at Oaked that same weekend, but it's going to be June the 3rd.
Which is what night of the week?
Friday, June the 3rd.
So it wasn't available on June the 4th?
Well, we have another event June the 4th.
We do?
Yes. Our friend Patrick, Operation Once in a Lifetime.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He does rock the troops every year. We can't, we have to, we're going.
Well, we'd love to have all of the podcast family. If you're coming
Come to rock the troops.
If you're coming in for Friday,
absolutely,
June 3rd, you should go to Saturday, June 4th. So Friday, June 3rd, we're going to be at Oak Barbecue. Mm-hmm. What time are we going to be there?
It officially starts at 6:30. You can come anytime.
Alan picked 6:30 because he's like, people are going to be getting off work and stuff. We'll stay late. We'll be there a while. But then the Saturday event, we'll get you more details on that. But Operation Once in a Lifetime is a charity we love. They grant wishes to members of the military and their families, and they just do a lot of wonderful things. You can go look them up if you want to see.
And it's a fun time. His Rock the Troops is fun. There's food. That's where I won the car.
That's where Alan, they do a big raffle every year.
They're raffling off another car.
And they do a nice car. I don't know what they're raffling off this year, but
trip to Hawaii. Louis Vuitton bags.
It's all, people donate all these wonderful things because they support the military, and it's just a fun time. We'll get more details on that. So just
sports memorabilia.
Block off the whole weekend of June 3rd.
Yeah. And Kellie and I are going to be at Patrick's event.
We'll be at both.
On the 4th. But yeah, our event is at Oaked on June the 3rd, 6:30.
Okay.
You can Sharpie that in.
We'll start promoting that on socials, right, Sin?
On the socials.
All right. So that's done. That's the correction. Thank you for clearing that up.
Well, it's not really a correction.
And I'll put it on my.
Not really a correction.
Well.
Because I said pencil.
All right. Well, anyway, hopefully everybody can still come. I know Friday night's a lot hard for some people, but if you can't come Friday night, come Saturday. We're still going to we can still have a big group. Maybe we can get a section because Patrick does. I don't know where it's going to be this year. Is it the same place it was last year?
No, it's at Lava.
Oh, okay. So we might be able to get a section just for our podcast family. Maybe.
Well, I think we need to clear that with Patrick.
I'm saying maybe. I said maybe.
He usually hooks us up with a nice area for a sandwich and some Lovin because we're one of the sponsors.
Right. So it can work out.
I'm glad I thought of this. Okay. Well, come if you can, even though it's hard. Please come. How about we do some letters? You want to do some letters?
Yes.
Okay. We have a love letter.
Really?
Yes.
Submitted to whom? Me or you?
To you.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
And it came through our podcast email?
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, you can go to loveletterstokelly.com, which is a podcast I also do. But this is really nice.
Dime. Okay, this one
It's
says,
not dime, it's the truth.
love letters to Kelly. Dear Kelly, you are the love expert.
I am.
My husband is amazing. We've been married for almost 5 years, have 4 darling children, and a beautiful home. He cooks, he landscapes, and he makes a great dirty martini. He's an Instagram influencer and lives a model life, an actor life, RV life, and motorcycle life. He doesn't make lunches or fold the towels correctly, but other than that, he's perfect. There's just one major problem.
What?
He likes to take pictures of our dogs while he's on the toilet with his pants around his ankles and post them on the internet. He used to include these pictures in a family group text, but now he posts them on social media. I've told him I don't think that that's appropriate
At all.
but he does it anyway. Kelly, what should I do?
Well, what can she do? Because she's expressed her disapproval. She's expressed it multiple times, and yet the husband does it anyway. Yeah. What is a wife to do in that situation?
I can relate with this letter. I don't know why.
Can?
I don't know why, but this was a gag submitted by Andrea.
What?
Dowling Gullidge.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You mean
Busting my chops.
Was that about you?
Busting my chops.
Andrea, thank you for pointing that out.
Okay, first
it needed to be said.
If you don't know this story, listener, so
I think they figured it out from the letter.
Well, I thought it was a funny bit while I'm sitting on the hopper to take a picture. The dogs follow me everywhere. They follow me into the hopper, and then they're just sitting there looking at me, and I'm sitting there looking at them. So I started taking pictures of them looking at me while I'm on the hopper. So then I started sending these pictures, I think just to you.
To the family group text.
And then I sent it to my mom, dad, my sister Amanda, and my brother-in-law JD and Kelly.
I was like, this is so inappropriate. Your mother and sister just never even comment. At first, everybody was just like, oh my gosh, laughing. Now nobody comments. It's just Alan's pants. It's not just the dogs. You can see that he's sitting on the toilet.
Now,
his pants
here's where I'm being slightly misrepresented.
No, you're not.
I frame the picture so maybe you see a knee,
but it's obvious,
or maybe you see the tip of my shoe. There's nothing gross, untoward.
The fact
in these
that you're
photos.
sitting on the toilet is gross.
Okay, well, anyway, that's a bit I thought was really funny. I was getting crickets with the family, so I said, you know what? I'm going to post these on a sandwich and some Lovin's Facebook, and so I've been doing that.
And how's that going over?
Some people think it's really funny.
What do other people think?
Other people don't get it. They just think it's pictures of the dogs. They're like, oh my gosh, how cute. But I don't think, but like I said, because they don't realize it's so subtle that I'm sitting on the hopper.
So there you go.
So what is your advice? I'm sorry.
Well, there's nothing the wife can do.
There's nothing she can do?
Obviously not.
Wave her pimp hand strong?
What have you ever not done that I've asked you not to do? Can you think of an example of something I've asked you to stop doing that you've actually stopped doing?
When you threw a big baby fit on the podcast that one time, when
about the S whistling. Yeah, there's that.
Okay,
that's one.
I love I ride motorcycles. I've had convertibles. I love being out in the wind and in the environment when I'm riding or driving. I love to have my windows down. Can't do it with Kellie Rasberry in the truck.
Right. That's 2 things. Thank you, honey.
We can spend another 2 hours.
Go ahead.
Should we keep going?
Go ahead. You can't. 2 things.
There's more. Trust me, listener.
He's going to do homework and have it for the next podcast.
This next letter is from.
But you notice the 2 things that he stopped doing? It's because it's the inner ear thing. The S's hurt my ears and the windows down hurt my ears. It's an inner ear thing.
Ailment. This next letter is from Kelly. Kelly with an I, but no E. Subject, teacher appreciation. Hi, Alan and Kelly, longtime listener, first-time writer. I fall into the very best customer club, and I've listened to every episode.
Thank you, Kelly with one I.
Right here, babe. She is a very best customer. I am a teacher, and I keep thinking back to an episode that you recorded around Christmas about what to give teachers.
Yes.
With teacher appreciation right around the corner, I wanted to chime in to something that I think is a misconception. All right, this is good stuff here. One of the suggestions for a gift was to email the principal and let them know what a great job the teacher is doing.
Yes, I remember that.
That was not my suggestion. While that would be very kind and appreciated, you mentioned that it might help when getting pay increases. Maybe that was me. Unfortunately, in every district that I am aware of, raises are not given by merit. Raises are given by percentage, and that is voted on by the school board.
So it doesn't matter how good of a job you're doing as
Well,
a teacher, it's
doesn't-
across the board.
Doesn't seem very fair. I have taught for 15 years, earned my master's degree, paid for by myself, won Teacher of the Year twice, and none of that has made a bit of difference in my paycheck,
Wow.
except for whatever raise, some years none, that was given by the school board.
Wow.
I'm not complaining. I chose this career and I love my students. It would be nice to be respected and rewarded for all we do.
It would be.
I can feel you, sister. I've not taught, but I can feel you on that.
Sister.
You just want to do a good job and get
Compensated.
compensated for it.
Teachers are horribly underpaid.
I get that. I thought I would share some of my favorite teacher appreciation gifts.
Would love to hear those.
Okay, here they go. A beach tote with towel and sunscreen. Fun book or magazines. mani-pedi gift card.
Oh.
Basket with favorite snacks. Journal and pen. Gift cards. Sonic, Amazon, Target, Oaked Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Good product placement there. Experience gift cards, movies, sporting events, museums. Fun insulated cup. Wine.
See, there's that wine thing again.
Okay.
That's what Living with Landon always says to give.
Thank you for thinking of me, but please know candles, homemade food, coffee mugs.
Enough of those.
I love my coffee mug. Or bath items.
See, I love baths.
Thank you for reading my email. And remember, if you can read this, thank a teacher. Kelly, also Aries, turning double 5 Southern, and my sarcasm is my second language. We could be besties.
Oh, I know we could. Well, thank you for
That was
those
a good letter.
suggestions.
Wasn't that great?
See, and that's personal to her. You know, I would have, those were a couple of good suggestions, though. I like those. But see, like for me, I love candles. We burn them constantly, and I also take lots of baths. So I guess it just depends. You gotta have to kind of know your teacher a little bit, right? To know what their favorite snacks are and stuff. I remember when Emma Kellie was in elementary school, people give a lot more gifts to teachers when they're in elementary school. They kind of start dwindling as they get older. They did like a questionnaire for the teachers, like whoever the mom was, like the PT, the room mom or whatever. She would have the teacher fill out like a little questionnaire at the beginning of the year asking about her favorite things, which was very helpful. It's sort of like a get to know the teacher thing for the students.
Mhm.
And also here we know what to buy her when it comes to, or him, when it comes time to give gifts. All right, before we get back to Alan's well-produced show, you know, he's been working really hard in the yard, getting it ready for all the pool parties we're going to host and the barbecues we plan on having this summer. Alan wants our front yard to make a really great first impression, but the backyard, he wants it to look like a luxury resort. And it's easy to do that with fast-growing trees. When it comes to caring for your plants, know-how matters. And that's why fastgrowingtrees.com's experts curate thousands of plant varieties that will thrive in your specific climate, your location, and whatever you need. There's no waiting in lines, no messy cars from hauling plants all over town because you order online or over the phone, and your plants are shipped to your door in 1 or 2 days. Plus, their growing and care advice is available 24/7. Whether you're looking for more privacy, some cooling shade, or you just want to add some natural beauty to your yard, Fast Growing Trees have the perfect plants and the expertise to help you find them. Even if you don't have a green thumb and never had one, they'll make you feel like you do. 1 million home gardeners have already seen what fastgrowingtrees.com can do for them. We've ordered the bamboo palm, the fiddle leaf fig. We were so impressed by the delivery, the presentation. We could not be happier. We love Fast Growing Trees. We know you will too. Plus, with their 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee, you can trust everything will be healthy for years to come.
So go to fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin right now, and you'll get 15% off your entire order. So get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin. One more time, babe. fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin.
Thank you, Fast Growing Trees.
Okay, how about one more letter and then we'll move on to some more wonderful content
Okay.
because people love lists. And I've got some lists. Okay, one more letter. This one's from Chelsea. Subject, a Pavlovian effect.
Like Pavlov's dog?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people learn about that, but it may have been some years. Shall we review the Pavlovian effect?
Right.
I think the experiment was every time the dogs were fed, they'd ring a bell. They repeated this, and then they would ring the bell without feeding the dogs, and their mouths would water.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Something like that. Yeah. They were expecting it.
And yeah,
They got used to it.
they got used to it, and I
Mhm.
think that's Pavlov's effect.
Right.
Pavlovian
That
effect.
sounds like really accurate to me.
I believe that might be true, but don't hold me to it. So this one's subject, a Pavlovian effect. Hello, Alan and Kellie. Just wanted to point out that I can no longer hear Alan, or anyone for that matter, clear their throat without thinking that what they just said was vulgar or lewd. For example, my husband, hey babe, we're out of milk. Me in my head. What in the heck does that mean? Is that a sexual implication?
That's pretty funny.
So thanks for that, Alan. Love y'all so good.
Thanks,
Chelsea.
Alan. That's pretty funny, Chelsea. I hear you.
So I wrote Chelsea back and I said, Chelsea, don't underestimate the
sniff as well.
Yeah, the quick, because I said, like, for example, me and Kellie will be in a Starbucks and she'll be over there crushing candy and killing slugs, and a woman with, say, questionable fashion choices and a huge ass may walk by, at which point I'll go,
who are you to judge?
Well, at which point I want Kellie to see, but I don't want to make a big scene about it. So I'll go, and if Kellie's still crushing candy and killing slugs, I'll follow that up with a, and then Kellie will look up.
Yeah.
And then
the clear throat sniff means pay attention.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then I'll just hear Kellie say something like, oh my.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, kind of. We've done that before. You do the Herman Cain. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Not that we judge. Y'all rock them.
Y'all rock
Rock
them.
them.
Rock them.
Rock those shorts that are just denim panties. Y'all know.
Rock them.
Y'all know.
And if you're going to show a little tea back, that's fine. I don't care.
Right.
But I'm going to look.
Yeah. That's the point, isn't it?
If you're going to show me tea back in a coin slot, I'm going to look. They'll be running by me in a Starbucks and think I'm not going to go and want my wife to look too. Right?
It's a spectator sport.
It is. Yeah, it's a good call, babe. It's a spectator sport. How about that? Okay, so I did a survey on my social medias at the Alonzo 1971. I did a survey. And this is something I saw this on Facebook, but I thought that'd be a lot of fun just to kind of poll my friends and followers and see what they think. But it was name your most overrated bands of all time. And lots of variety in this.
Yeah.
So I thought I would just share some of these and then give you the top three. I kind of counted what were the most popular.
Yeah.
The top three. And then maybe we can figure out why the top band is always mentioned as the most overrated. You're probably already.
It's probably the one that I always say.
You're probably already shouting it out, listener.
Yeah.
But, okay, so some of the bands that were mentioned maybe once or twice, and I didn't quite agree that these were overrated. Somebody said Poison. I mean, Poison wasn't that big a band. They were just kind of a hair band, and they had a few good songs.
Kind of like
they weren't big enough to be overrated.
They're a bit.
Yeah.
Poison is a bit.
Poison was a bit.
It's a bit. Yeah. I don't think they're overrated.
I don't either.
I don't think they're hailed as like the greatest heavy metal rock band or anything of all
not
time.
at all. Not at all. And she, I think the gal that submitted that one says, I hate Poison. Was there a difference?
Yeah.
The difference between not liking a band and saying a band's overrated.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody crushed more Snatch than those guys, though. Even with all that makeup.
Crushed what? That wasn't very nice. That was not nice.
Another band that was mentioned was Kiss. Overrated.
Well, I mean, they're all a bit too.
That was a bit.
Their whole shtick is shtick.
Worst musicians in the world.
I don't know about that.
Oh, babe, their songs are so simple, and I mean, hey, more power to them. They've made millions, but the makeup in the show is the bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't.
Hey, you're just reading what people.
I'm just reading what people voted for. I've never cared for Kiss myself. Pearl Jam. Overrated. I don't know.
I've never been. That's the thing is like, I am not really a Pearl Jam fan per se, but I can still appreciate what they do. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I've always liked Pearl Jam.
I don't have a feeling. I'm not passionate about it.
Yeah, I just can't understand a damn word he says.
That's problematic. I mean, I can't look up the lyrics, and it's like these lyrics don't even make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand them, and then when I read them, they still don't make sense.
I happen to like Pearl Jam. Coldplay was mentioned. Overrated.
Listen, we just interviewed Chris Martin. Let me tell you this on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
He is the nicest.
Is he really?
He is so incredibly nice.
Really?
He is generous. He is thoughtful.
That's awesome.
He doesn't act like we're idiots when we know we are.
Mm-hmm.
He is so nice. So I am not going to jump on that Coldplay is overrated.
Is he an Englishman?
He is a Brit, and he is delightful. So delightful.
Okay.
In fact, at the end of our interview, he told all of us that he wants us to come to his show.
Wow.
We'll see if that pans out. We've interviewed him twice now. He is the nicest.
I've never seen Coldplay. I wouldn't mind seeing him.
I've seen him once, but I'll go again.
Okay, this one I disagree with. Nirvana. Nirvana was not overrated. Nirvana changed the entire music scene.
Yeah.
They changed the music scene.
Influential, yeah.
The whole thing was, Poison and Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And,
they put all that to a stop.
That stopped.
A full stop.
In 1991. That stopped. They were very influential. I don't know if I agree with that. Dave Matthews.
I like Dave Matthews. He's got kind of like a cultish following, sort of like Parrot Heads, follow Jimmy Buffett around. Dave Matthews kind of has the same stadium vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy, what is that? Crash Into Me. Oh, I love that song so much.
That song, have you listened to the words?
It's very sexy.
It's lewd.
And there's a couple that was their wedding song. I'm like, oh my gosh, what was mom and dad? I mean, is anybody listening to these words? It's really beautiful. And in fact, Stevie Nicks does a cover of it. And she even said, this is one song that I wish I had written. And I wish, so she does a beautiful job with it too. If you haven't heard her sing Crash Into Me.
Okay. Remember Creed?
Yeah.
I saw Creed in concert. They were big.
Say a word negative about them, Melanie.
No, Mel's a big fan. I know she is.
She will have.
No, she's a big.
Hide.
I know she's a big Scott Stapp fan too.
She loves him.
I loved Creed. I have all their albums. I thought they were a good band. A lot of people said, well, they're kind of a Pearl Jam knockoff, because he kind of sounds like Eddie Vedder a little bit. But I never thought they were big enough to be overrated.
Who's that?
Okay, so the top. Oh, and then one more. Our friend Craig Shocker will not be happy with this. Rush.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about Rush. I'm not really familiar with Rush.
Rush, I kind of put them in the same category as a lot of people are going to hate me for this. Like Queensryche, great band. You got to be a fan of the band to really get it,
Do they sing that Tom Sawyer song?
Yeah, Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, man.
Red Barchetta.
I don't know that.
YYZ.
No idea. Can you be overrated if I don't really know your repertoire? I don't know.
Okay, here were the top 3 overrated bands according to internet.
According to your followers.
Yes, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. 3, the Rolling Stones.
What?
Yep.
I don't agree with that.
Wow. Throwing the madman with the mic under the bus.
I think the Rolling Stones are pretty cool.
How can you say the Rolling Stones were overrated?
They did. Yet they did.
Wow. Number 2, and this is my choice, 2, for the most overrated band of all time, U2.
A lot of people would agree with you on that. I think even Bono says there are some songs that he listens back to that they recorded early on that make him cringe. They were so, but there's some of their songs, they're anthems,
I know. And I grew up with a lot of these too. And, the alternative music, I kind of got into that a little bit. And I never got attached to U2.
Some of their songs, Where the Streets Have No Name. I love that.
You know what? He never sounds like he's in tune. He always sounds like he's off.
Oh, I don't pick up on that.
Yeah.
He sounds like raw emotion is what I get from it,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what the number 1 is because I've said this before.
Yeah. And you can send me email at podcast@kellyanallen.com if you disagree with us.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's just opinion based.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answer.
According to internet, the number 1 most overrated band of all time is
the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just, I think there's some cutesy stuff in there, and they have some songs that do have meaning, but I guess you could argue that they changed the face of rock and roll for a while. They were part of that British invasion, so I guess you could give them that.
First boy band.
But I don't know.
Very just think influential.
They're influential, but I don't know.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Yeah.
Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. You're not on board with that?
It's just not, they're not my, they're fine. But then again, you're going to hear, okay, I'm the one that preferred the Monkees over the Beatles.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Because when I was a little girl, TBS, when cable first was coming out, TBS played the Monkees every day. And I thought the Monkees were still a band. I was a little girl. I didn't know any better. And I would send fan letters to Mickey Dolenz, the last living member of the Monkees now that Mike Nesmith has died. I never got to see them perform in concert. Never. I will regret that.
I think the Monkees were overrated too.
Oh, I love the Monkees. I loved them. I loved Mickey. I thought Peter was, if I had to rank them, Peter would be my least favorite. But I think Peter is very sweet too.
So I don't know why that is. I mean, this is a serious question. I don't know why it is that people, even around our age and younger, think the Beatles are so overrated. I don't know if part of it, and I want to research this a little bit to figure it out. I don't know if it's because it's the music your parents listen to. Because I remember when I was a kid, my mom would sing Beatles songs. That's like what she listened to.
Yeah.
They went to the Philippines. I mean, she was influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah.
And she had 8 tracks, records of the Beatles, and she would play those, and she'd sing Let It Be to me all the time. And so it's kind of like her music. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I know a lot of people romanticize the 60s, the black and white, and all the photos and stuff. It's kind of fun. I'm surprised Elvis wasn't on there. I think a lot of people.
You better not say anything bad about Elvis.
But I think a lot of people might, if they really think about it, like, was Elvis really that great?
Whoa.
I'm not saying I say that. I'm saying that might be one that people could argue. But it's all male. It's all male bands too, isn't it?
Taylor Swift was one of the mentioned overrated artists. Beyonce was mentioned. Glee was mentioned, even though that's not a band, is it?
Well, the Glee soundtrack, when they would perform other artists' music, it would always be number 1 on iTunes.
Yeah.
My daughter likes a lot of Glee. She has a lot of Glee downloaded in her iTunes, I guess, Spotify, whatever. She has a lot of Glee stuff downloaded. She really likes that.
Okay.
Anyway, interesting.
So did you like that list?
Interesting and debatable.
People love lists.
But I was right there with you on the Beatles.
Well, I'm a master debater.
Hey, I've got a couple of really quick. Have you got more stuff? Because I got a couple.
I've got one.
Quick.
Well, you've got something?
Just real quick. Some really like things that make you go, huh?
Perfect. You do that. And then we'll bring it home for Jerome and yogurt out on a scientific study that was done in multiple countries.
Okay. Well, you want to go outside. Alan and I love to do this on the weekends because, I get up at the butt crack of dawn. I'm not here. But you want to have a cup of coffee outside, enjoy nature. But the seats are soaked with morning dew. Or the end of a long day, you just want to go outside and unwind with a glass of wine, but your outdoor furniture is covered in pollen, dirt, leaves. It's got some mystery wetness to it. What is that? Well, thanks to Outer, those days are over. Outer makes the world's most beautiful, comfortable, innovative, and high quality outdoor furniture, all from sustainable materials. And they are the only outdoor furniture with a patented built-in cover to make protecting it effortless. From teak chairs to fire pit tables, everything Outer makes has the look and feel of what you'd expect at a 5-star resort, which is what you want in your backyard. But it's less than you'd pay at a big box store for something that isn't going to last. Outer's better in every way because they've spent years perfecting outdoor products. Stunning modular designs to customize your space, life-proof material with a nano coating that's water, mold, bleach, and stain resistant. Over 1,000 neighborhood showrooms across the country, so you can see the Outer difference in person, and triple memory foam cushions that are comfier than most indoor sofas. Outer's patented built-in outer shell cover protects your furniture from rain and dew. This is the why didn't somebody think of this before invention that made Shark Tank's Lori Greiner and Mr. Wonderful fight to invest in Outer. And I love that you can go to liveouter.com, enter your zip code, and you can find neighbors who would love to have you come and check out their outdoor furniture, their Outer outdoor furniture. Their backyard is the showroom. There are 2 of them within 4 miles of our house, Alan.
How about that?
And Outer furniture comes with the best-in-class warranties, like 10 years for their chic aluminum line and a 2-week trial with free returns.
See the difference at liveouter.com/sandwich. Plus, for a limited time, get $300 off and free shipping. This is Outer's best offer anywhere, only available to our podcast listeners, only for a limited time. Get $300 off and free shipping at liveouter.com/sandwich. That's liveouter.com/sandwich. Terms and conditions apply. All right, we're going to bring it home for Jerome with a very important study, medical study that was done. Why are you leaning over, looking at my things?
Now you know how I feel.
So this is a study that was on the internet. This article was written by a feller named Chris Bradford and David Jarvis. This is pretty recent information. But the title of this study is...
If you have to change your voice, maybe we shouldn't do it.
Okay, you ready to just yogurt out?
Is it that bad?
No, it's not. It's not. The title is Shafted. American men's penises are only the 59th biggest in the world. Study finds beaten by Haitians, Australians, and French.
Well, that's only 3. Who are the other 56?
Well, we're going to go into that.
Oh my goodness.
Not all 56, but check this out. Okay, U.S. men's penises erect.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we can all be adults here, okay?
Oh, now we're going to be adults. Now we're going to use our grown-up voices.
The U.S. comes in 59th place.
You know, I didn't even know there were that many countries in the world.
at 5.35 inches.
Well, how many countries are there? So where do we rank?
Oh, there's hundreds.
Okay, so we're somewhere in the upper middle.
Kind of in the middle.
I'm terrible at geography.
But I've got the top 5.
Okay.
Okay, and then
so these are the men we're seeking out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you're
into that sort of thing.
Size queen. Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, here you go.
Here we go.
You want to travel to Ecuador.
Is that number 1 or number 5?
Number 1.
Ecuador.
Almost 7 inches.
Okay.
Cameroon.
Where's that?
Africa, I think.
Okay.
6.56 inches. Bolivia. 6.5 inches.
Well, gosh, they're smaller than I thought because.
Whoa! Well, yeah, I can understand.
Well,
I can understand why you would feel that way. I can totally understand why.
Yeah,
because it's perspective for you.
It is perspective, but I'm just saying
Right.
that I thought, if it's the biggest in the world, that it would be like the
whole world,
like a
Well,
number,
babe, this is average. Average.
Yes, that means there's some that are a lot smaller. Okay.
Yeah, so there's some homeboys that are rolling out 4, but some homeboys are rolling out like 12.
Yeah.
Sudan 6.48, Haiti 6.3.
Okay.
So those are your top 5 schlongs erect. Ecuador taking the lead. Okay, other notable countries. France is 11th. So France
good
beats
to
us.
know.
Or not us.
I know a couple of Frenchmen.
6.2.
I'm going to think about that every time I look at them.
Under or over?
I don't know. I'm just going to think about it.
Germany at 39, 5.72. Australia, good eye, mate, at 43rd place, 5.69. The US in 59th place at 5.35. And then another notable country, Japan, 61st place.
Who's at the very bottom?
At 5.34. We're not going to humiliate these people.
Who's at the very bottom?
We're not going to talk about size of penises. I mean, come on.
You've been doing it. So who is the very
I
bottom?
don't have that information.
How low did you go?
61st.
Wow. Well, here's my question is how many men did they really study to get these numbers? I think it's a bunch of BS.
And how did they measure?
Honestly.
How did they measure?
Well, if you have to be erect, then you know. But it's
but what was the procedure?
That is BS. Because when, at what stage of life are you measuring? How many men did you do a sampling of for this survey? I think this stuff is crap. Seriously.
Okay, so
what is this based on?
Where would you put?
I'm not saying I'm ranking anybody. I'm just saying this is crap because I don't think it's a big enough sampling size. There is no way that researchers went to however many hundreds of countries there are in the world and asked all these men, "Are you willing to let us measure your erect penis so we can do a study?" No,
babe,
this is crap.
This
is crap.
Babe, everybody has a price.
This is ridiculous.
$100 to everybody who comes in for a medical study. What is it?
It's
well,
stupid.
we're going to measure your erect penis.
And how many?
Sign me up. Sign me up.
How many? What's the sample size?
Sign me up.
And America is a melting pot. So we have all different. So are they going to do a blood test on all of the Americans to see, you're this much percentage French, but you're this much percentage Cameroon. So, come on. This is bogus.
6.56.
It's bogus.
So where would you put the Filipino Americans?
You're number one, honey. What do you want me to say? You're just so massive.
Would it be over?
Oh my gosh, I can't walk. Still.
Would it be over the 6.93?
So big.
But probably higher than 6.
Way higher.
Okay. Like way higher.
So much higher.
Good.
There you go.
Good.
Listen, what I found out this week, y'all, shifting gears from that vulgarity. Do you know that this is Big Al Mack shared this with me, and I was shocked. I'm like, really? And then I looked it up for myself. Cows do not have any upper front teeth. Look it up.
Cows don't
have upper front teeth. They are gums.
So what do?
They have teeth in the back and they have bottom teeth, but they're chewing on hard gum.
But how do they pick the grass up?
They don't have upper front teeth.
They just use their lip, like their bottom jaw lip?
I don't know.
How about that?
I did not know that until this week. Al was talking to a cow farmer or something.
My man.
That's something to put in your back pocket, like things that make you go, huh?
How come mine wasn't a things that make you go, huh?
Because your list is bogus. You know what? You know what I love to do? Another thing that makes you go, huh? I love to name things, right? A while back, I told people, if you want me, I love naming babies. I love naming businesses and I love all that stuff. Do you know, somebody sent me this in my DM and then I saw it myself in a news service. There is a New York woman who works as a professional baby namer. She charges clients between $1,500 and $10,000 to provide suitable baby names.
How much?
Between $1,500 and $10,000.
Why would you pay somebody that to name your baby?
She is a professional baby namer. I need to find out more. It was in the New Yorker. I'm going to go do a little bit more research.
Oh, the New Yorker.
She's a New York woman that does it.
Mm-hmm.
She's a professional baby namer. Mm-hmm. And I've been giving it up for free. Not that people always take my names. One woman sent me 2 and I chose one. And she said she knew to pick the other name that I didn't choose based on how sad she felt when I didn't choose the other one. She said she was sad hearing the one I chose. That made her know that the other one was the right name.
You only have to pay me $50, and I'll give you all the baby names
I've been giving
you
them
want.
away for free.
All the baby names you want.
I've been giving them up for free. All right. Chicken nuggets have now fallen victim to rising prices. But rather than raise the price, Burger King, which, by the way, if you have not had a Burger King chicken nugget, it is very good. They're a little peppery. And they're, like McDonald's is more molded into a shape. Theirs are more like, I would say more like a popcorn chicken type, based on what I remember. I haven't had it in a while.
What's higher, the price of chicken nuggets or Jerry Nadler's pants?
I don't know. But Burger King is soon going to reduce the number of nuggets from 10 to 8 because of the rising chicken nugget prices. You're going to be shorted 2 chicken nuggets.
I think it's that guy in Russia's fault.
Maybe. And the FDA has announced they are investigating reports that consumers became sick after eating Lucky Charms cereal.
Well, that's not good.
This?
No, I didn't.
Consumers have posted, I'm just reading, their gastrointestinal issues after eating the General Mills cereal on, this is a website you've got to go check out. It's called iwaspoisoned.com. I pulled it up, and it's where people just go and complain. I drank this and I pooped for 3 days. I ate this and I had stomach bloating and nausea for 2 days. People just list their symptoms, and you can blast anything on there. But this is a site where customers share reports of food safety issues. More than 3,000 people from every state in the U.S. So that's not, you got 50 states, it's spread out, but that's more than 3,000 people said they ate Lucky Charms, they got sick. Some of them say they had bouts of diarrhea, nausea, stomach pain, and vomiting. And thousands say it's after eating Lucky Charms. That's the only thing they can think of. The company said, though, they have now not found any evidence of a link. The official Lucky Charms Twitter posted, "Food safety is our top priority. We take your concerns very seriously. Through our continuing internal investigations, we have not found any evidence of consumer illness linked to the consumption of Lucky Charms. But please DM us, or please send us a DM so that we can gather additional details." But so far, I went to the grocery store today. Lucky Charms is still on the shelf. The FDA hasn't said pull it. General Mills hasn't issued a recall. I guess it's not a large enough sampling size, and they don't have like real proof. But if any of you listening, if you're like, man, I kind of got a stomach upset and I didn't know what it was, it might have been your Lucky Charms.
What is it with you in sample size tonight? You want a big sample size.
I think you need it. You can't just say, people make broad assumptions based on a very small piece of information.
Sometimes, well, don't you remember that from probability and statistics? Sometimes you can figure out like what that number is. Like how big a sample size do you need for something to be 90% accurate? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think enough.
But I think you need more penises.
I think enough penises were measured.
I don't think so. I want to see.
Whoa! You want to see what?
I want to see the information of their based on their sample
the
size
information,
and how they conducted their study.
Like the Polaroids.
No, I just need to see their information, what it was based on, how many men were measured for each country.
Okay. We covered some ground, babe.
We did. And I tried to get it back on track, y'all, but my husband won't let me. We're going to have a conversation after this podcast.
I told you I got this.
I don't trust you to get it anymore.
Babe.
Again, striking fear in my belly when you said you got this.
Belly. I've got, I had the Oaked our Oaked event is June the 3rd at 6:30. Just a quick review. Maybe Baby. Don't forget about that. Maybe Baby 4.0. KellieandAlan.com/maybebaby. All the information is there. And follow us on the socials at the Alonzo 1971, at A Sandwich and Some Lovin,
well, on Instagram, it's Kellie Rasberry. On Facebook, it's at Kellie Rasberry Evans.
That's right. If you enjoyed this very much, go to whatever podcast platform you listen on and leave us a 5-star review. We would appreciate that very much. Anything else?
After this podcast? Will you give it 5 stars after this podcast?
I had one of our very best customers who will remain named. She said, Alan, you're really falling off your game, man. You've been so chill lately.
Like I've said, if y'all want him to do a lewd podcast, go do a lewd podcast. Go do it. Go get it out of your system.
I don't have anything in my system.
You got a lot of lewd. You got to get out.
Well, maybe that's just me.
And you save it for the podcast. You know, it's not like he's walking around talking like this all week, y'all. I'm telling you, he bottles it up and he saves it for the podcast because he knows it's going to get a rise out
There's
of
a lot
me.
of tension.
And then everybody will say, Kellie's a buzzkill. Kellie's a buzzkill. She's no fun. We think you're hilarious,
Kellie?
Alan.
You need to be nicer to Alan.
Exactly.
Been
That's
listening
what I have to deal
You've been
with.
listening to him since 2017. Okay?
Go be Lou.
He's a nice guy.
Get Amy. I bet Amy Wilkerson's dying to do a podcast with you.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody wants to do that. I don't want to do it. I can't do that.
You're doing it with me.
Yeah, I know, but you get all spun up.
Oh my gosh.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, isn't that cow thing interesting?
That cow
though?
thing's very interesting.
That blew my mind. Go look it up.
That is mind blowing. And Al brought that to you, huh?
He did. It blew his mind.
The guy that
And he blew my mind.
the guy that thought they were acorn trees.
Yeah.
My man. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all. Thanks for putting up with that.
We will see all of them on June the 3rd.
Hopefully, and June the 4th.
And hopefully June the 4th, too. Yeah, Patrick's event.
We'll have all the details posted on social soon.
That's right. And you know what? Shout out to those guys in Ecuador and Cameroon. Okay?
Let it go.
They're making us all look bad.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Oh, that was a good one, babe. Ah. That's right, Kara.
I'm not putting penis survey in the show description. People can just be surprised.
No,
by
no, no.
that.
They didn't call it penis survey. They called it the shafted. Or you can call it the schlong list. That's funny. The schlong list.
I'm not doing that.
The Mr. Happy list?
No.
Okay. Having a problem with my vision tonight. Whatever happened to shrimp shell cereal guy, babe?
I don't know. We need to look into that.
We need
I
to-
will look into that.
We need an update on that. That'd be a good one.
Friday, June 3rd.
June 3rd. Love letters. Isn't that funny? Andrea sent that to me and I was laughing.
I know she's funny.
I said, I couldn't find it. And I said, hey, can you text me this? And she goes, you're lacking on content tonight, huh?
Oh
I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not lacking on content. I just thought it was funny. Thank you, Mel. Hope it wasn't too blue. Too blue for sweet Mel.
What does he call the Operation Once in a Lifetime thing?
Rock the troops. It's a good one, Karen. Wheezy, what's going on the 3rd? Do you have to work? You can't get out of it, or you got somewhere to be? You can come to the thing on the 4th. That'd be fun. It's warm in here. You warm? Yeah. I'm sweating while we were doing that. Of course, I'm taking that stuff. It's probably making me.
Internally.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Because I'm hot. You know, why would I be hot? Oh, sorry, man. Rock for the troop? Are you sure?
It's Rock the Troops.
I thought it was Rock the Troops. Patrick's always called it rock the troops. Rock for the troops.
Is that what it is now?
Rock for the troops.
Well, he's changed it.
Maybe it's
It
always
used to be rock the troops.
maybe it's always been that, and we've always been saying it wrong.
Okay, let me do rock for the troops.
Rock for the troops, but we were calling it rock the troops.
I always thought it was rock the troops.
I think we should rename it to rock the troops. No, I think we should name, what do we usually call it? Rock the troops.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, we've always called it rock the troops, but it's rock for the troops. I think we should change it to rock the troops. Oh, okay, Wheezy. Well, you got to put shoes on your babies. I get that. Kara said a sandwich and some tea backs and penny slots. Rock for the troops.
That's new to me.
It's not rock for the troop. It's rock for the troops. You weren't right, Sin. Rock for the troops, not rock for the troop. I got my text, but you just said rock. You just said rock for the troop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. We got it right on the show description. Love letters to Kellie.
Why are you reading over my shoulder?
Because I want to see what you're writing. Love letters to Kellie.
Uh-oh.
Babe.
I'm hungry.
Are you? All right, got. Oh, wow. Well, that's cool, Wheezy. That's quite a change.
What?
She's going to do sales, still in that industry, but
What industry?
salon, beauty, cosmetology.
Cool.
She's going to do that, and she's been, doing hair for 17 years. She's going to do sales, she said. Oop. All right, guys.
Okay.
Wheezy is very defeated that we're not doing this thing Saturday.
It's a bad night. I mean, people, if they want to come in, but that's what I'm saying. If we invite everybody to come to Rock for the Troops the next day.
Rock the troop.
Rock for the Troops.
Rock for the troops.
If you can get them to come in for that, we could still do
I'm just going to
the meetup.
I'm going to keep calling it Rock the Troops.
Well, that's not the right thing. How would you like it if people didn't call our podcast by the right name?
They don't. Hey, there's Kellie Blueberry. Her name's Rasberry, not Blueberry, you idiot.
Okay, sent.
Everyone's real defeated. I don't want everybody to be defeated.
Because it's a Friday night.
Thank you, Mel.
We could always move it to another weekend, but now you've put it in Sharpie.
No, we can't. We can't do that. No, we can't.
Why?
Because we don't have that many open weekends in the summer. That's like one of the rare open weekends we have.
It's too late now. You put it in Sharpie.
Yeah. No, we're going to do it that weekend.
Well, I think making it on a Friday is going to really hurt.
No, it's not.
Not going to have as big a turnout.
What's up, half empty glass? We're going to have a big turnout. Night, Darla. Yeah, good call, Kara. Kara said graduation's going to get the hotels full. Oh, good call. There you go. Angelique says she's there both days. Boom. Christy, they're raffling another car. I know. I saw he said he always has lots of nice things for ladies. He's got several like Louis Vuitton like handbags, and there's a trip to Hawaii he's raffling off. He always has lots of guns and stuff like that. Lots of sports memorabilia, signed stuff. There's lots of really cool stuff. It's just like a variety of things because a lot of people, because a lot of people donate things for the auction.
I'm wondering what I can eat. I'm hungry.
All right, peoples. We will see you.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all.
Not going to see you for a while. We'll see you next week.
Why don't you do a survey of your Instagram followers and ask them their penis sizes? You can have that sampling.
Well,
survey.
I don't think that would go over really well.
Oh, really?
Probably not.
But it's okay to share other people's.
I didn't come
penis
up with the
surveys.
information. I'm just sharing it.
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting. I mean, who would have thought Cameroon and Ecuador?
Couldn't find them on a map.
Wow. Wow. Oh, God. Yeah, someone DM'd me today. They were like, Alan, you've been really chill lately. I'm like, what do you mean? So you really haven't been being very lewd. And I'm like, well, it's not my goal to be lewd, but if you're going to call me out, then I'm going to make this a challenge. Hey! Here. Come here. Come here, sweet girl. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh no. No, I don't want to do that. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you later.